Oh, all of what I have in my inventory are planks. The rest of my logs are in here. Apparently I'm an idiot. That's not really uncommon. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more Unison SMP 2. This is episode 16, and if you remember, last time I put together a conduit, and I also put together the brand new community fishing hole where anyone on the server is able to go and do some fishing. Anyway, this episode, what I'm planning on doing, first off, what I'm going to do is going to make a rather short episode because I only have one project in mind, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably won't take too long at all. But real quick before this episode begins, I want to go ahead and, well, I'm probably going to have to go to sleep before too long, but I want to go check on my shops. Can I actually go to sleep just yet? No. Okay. I want to check on my shops to see if I've actually been making any sort of profit whatsoever. And yeah, the sun is technically going down, so I kind of figured it would be time to go to bed. And then again, my clock down my hotbar is probably the best indication of when it's time to go to sleep. So real quick, I want to let you guys know that this episode is most likely going to be the final episode of Unison SMP 2. And there is actually a particular reason as to why. There have been things going on internally within Unison that I'm not too happy about. I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to say anything in particular because I don't want to upset anyone on Unison. But there have been things going on internally that I'm not too happy about. And for that reason, Unison SMP 2 is actually going to be ending, at least for my channel. But that doesn't mean this is actually going to end up being the end of Unison entirely. So long as everything goes according to plan, which I'm hoping me saying this doesn't upset Sid in any way, I'm actually going to be joining Season 3. That's at least the plan. Season 3 is going to be starting up at the end of this month, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Admittedly, it is quite a ways away, but that is the current plan as of right now. And, oh, made some decent profit off of the frozen factory. That's not too bad. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what's been going on recently. I apologize for any of those of you who have been enjoying Unison SMP 2. Admittedly, I have been enjoying it myself, but again, things have been going on internally within Unison that makes it not as fun to play on as much anymore. No, hopefully there are no hard feelings to anyone else who is currently on the server, but that's just how I'm feeling personally as of right now. Do I have, it doesn't look like I have any fish orders. Let's go ahead and check to see if anyone's bought. Okay, so my new pickle shop is, pickle chest anyway, has been doing good. Anything in any of my other chests? Doesn't look like fish has been bought. No enchanted books have been bought. Someone bought a bow, okay. No fishing rods. Tags and shells are fine. And no one's bought any shells. Okay, so got ourselves 51 iron off of my 2 shops, so that's actually not all too bad. Alright, so I said that this isn't really going to be my last. Actually, I should probably go ahead and mention there's a chance. I know I literally just said that this is going to be the final episode, but there's a chance that's actually not the case because we've been trying to plan to be able to fight the Ender Dragon and the Wither Boss. Whether or not we're actually going to do both of them is something I'm not entirely sure about. But if another episode of Unison SMP 2 comes out, it's most likely going to be one or the other. Maybe even possibly both. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick heads up as to what was going on. So I haven't actually explained this just yet, but what I want to do in this particular episode, this entire episode was not planned to be like an update video. That's not the thing. I just wanted to let you guys know right away what was going on. What I want to do in this episode is actually work on something that I said I was going to do last episode but I actually never got around to it, and I put away the iron in the wrong chest. I wanted to put away dark oak saplings. Alright, so let's see. How many blocks of iron can I go ahead and make of all I have? I can make 6. Okay. So let's go ahead and put all this away, and this is probably going to be the last time I'm looking at my precious items. Anyway, here's what I'm planning on doing. So, I said last episode I planned on doing something specific that I never actually got around to doing, and I want to go ahead and get that done in this episode. And what I'm planning on doing is making a little bit of a sleeping area in order for the fishing hut to be at least a little bit more safe when people are in there. And I have no idea why I did that. I completely forgot I was in the chest inventory. I do want to go ahead and do that. There we go. Let's go ahead and get out some axes so I can be able to work with the wood. There we go. And I'm also going to need a spare bed and a crafting table, which I do have a spare crafting table right here. And mainly I do have these beds in my inventory. Actually, no, I'll just go with the beds in my inventory. And would a chest be smart? I feel like a chest would probably be smart. Let's go ahead, make ourselves a chest. There we go. So let's head on over to the fishing hut and let's go ahead and start working. Let's see how many. Okay, I have a stack of torches, so I'm fine. Let's go ahead and start working on expanding this fishing hut. Alright, so a little bit of change of scenery since so anyway, first thing I need to go ahead and do is take out a number of these blocks on this back wall. Oh yeah, I was on the server a little bit earlier talking with Amar, and apparently there were some glitches going on where Amar couldn't see what I was typing into chat. So there's at least one sign back there, so that's what's going on with that. Anyway, so what I'm gonna have to do is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to place logs down like this. I'm gonna have to take out a few of these blocks in order to make room for what I want to accomplish. And you know what? I can probably get away with doing it this way. Yeah, that's probably best thing. Actually, you know what? I just realized apparently I can go ahead and put these slabs back right where they were. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I do need to go ahead. Actually, it's not even in my inventory. I do need to go and grab planks, and I'm going to need at least more planks than I already have. And you know what? Let's go ahead and turn one of these stacks. I keep trying to press my left D-pad, and for whatever reason it's in an inventory. And I'm also noticing that apparently I'm having a little bit of glitches going on with my trigger buttons. For whatever reason they're activating without me telling them to. I may have to reconnect my controller. It's not really too huge of a deal, things considered. Alright, so I'm going with a basic shape. I'm going with a very basic shape right here. Is all I'm going to be doing for right now. Is a very basic shape. And I should probably go ahead and go to sleep because we're in 1.6 now. If I encounter phantoms, well, admittedly they're not as dangerous as they're supposed to be, but apparently Amar has been having some issues with phantoms recently, so maybe they're more dangerous than Mojang says they technically are at this point. I don't actually know for sure. So let's go ahead and patch this up and put in a nice little floor. And I think I may end up digging this out at least one more block, because this is where the beds are gonna end up going. Because if I want to make sure that this place is at least safe for people to be while they're fishing, and that includes at night. So if I can do that without too much of a problem, then that's at least good, or at least that's what my hope is. So I think what I'm probably going to do is just alternate them like I did last time. And if I go ahead and do something like this, that should work out rather nicely. I'm going to need to get out logs as well, which I have plenty of those, but I do have some strip logs already that I can go ahead and use straight away. Do I have... Okay, those are planks. Those are planks. Oh, all of what I have in my inventory are planks. The rest of my logs are in here. Apparently I'm an idiot. That's not really uncommon. Alright, so let's go ahead and put down some of these logs. And then let's go ahead and do the rest of these. And I'm going to have to figure out some way to do the roof. I could probably just get away with doing slabs, all things considered. And let's go ahead and peel the bark off of the rest of these logs, just to make things look a little bit nicer. And you know what? I'm not 100% sold on the corners the way they are. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and take down these blocks and make it fully square instead of having the corners cut off, because usually I like to cut corners around the edges because they're blocks that aren't really necessarily used. They're more decorative than anything. And I feel like it would look a lot better if I go ahead and place them down. Yeah, I feel like this is going to work out a lot better. There we go. And that's not where that needs to go, but whatever, I can go ahead and clean that up. And I should hopefully have enough. No, actually, maybe I don't have enough strip logs. That's fine. I can strip more logs. It's not a problem. Alright, there we go. Come on, place that there. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and place these there. This block update lag wouldn't happen. That would really help. Okay, so there we go. There's that all completely done. Let's go ahead and pick up our bed. And I'm going to go ahead and take out all the beds. And I also need to go ahead and make myself some slabs. Where are the slabs? There they are. I think that should be plenty. So let's go ahead and head inside. And the beds are just going to go along up. I need to pull out each individual bed one at a time. That's actually something Mojang should change, is having beds stack. I can understand why they don't stack admittedly, but if they were to stack, that would make things a little bit easier. Now the individual colors obviously would not make sense to have those stack, but if the same colors could stack, that would be really nice, all things considered. Okay, so there's that. And you know what, let's go ahead and take off these slabs. And I'm just going to continue the slabs along this back portion right here. And I may actually, you know what, I was thinking about adding a little bit of a peak, but I don't know how to go about. Actually, now I'm thinking about maybe adding a peak may not be as difficult as I'm making it out to be. So let me come up with something. I'll be right back. Let's see if I can come up with something that actually ends up working. Okay, so I think I've got something that could look somewhat decent. Actually, let me go ahead and take out this block right here and do something along these lines. I think that should be fine. The last detail I do want to go ahead and take care of is adding a rim around the edge, just like this. And that should hopefully be everything all completely done. I'll go ahead and round. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make it go all the way around and not cut corners this time, because as I apparently found out, that did not look as good as I was hoping it would. Do obviously need a few more slabs than I have. Alright, that should be enough. Maybe it's mainly overkill. I don't know. Let's go ahead and patch the rest of this up. And I also need to light the inside where the beds are as well. That is one thing that I need to go ahead and do. And I do have plenty of torches to do that. One thing I did not do is put torches around the outside of this thing, which probably would end up being a rather smart thing to do, all things considered, so that nothing on the outside can really spawn nearby. But there we go. There's a little bit of a bed system set up for fishing hut, all things considered. Now there is one other thing that I do want to get done, but requires cocoa beans, and well, I don't really have any cocoa beans right now, so I guess I can go ahead and call this project at this point complete. Because the thing I want cocoa beans for is I want to be able to make some custom banners to go on the outside of this. I need cocoa beans to do that, but, well, yeah, I don't have any cocoa beans at the moment, so that's not going to happen. But other than that, this project is all completely done. So now people can go ahead and come in. They can do a little bit of fishing if they want, and when it becomes nighttime, they can go ahead and come. Actually, you know what? I know of a little detail that I can go ahead and add as well, which not hard to craft. So I'm going to go home, get the materials, and I'll be right back. This is not going to take too long at all. Okay, so I've got the materials in my inventory that I need to go ahead and do this, and admittedly, it's not very much. I've got myself some redstone lamps, redstone dust, some daylight sensors, an item frame, and I've got myself an extra clock. Here's what I want to go ahead and do. I'm going to take an item frame, I'm going to place that right there, and place one clock in there just like that. Now I actually need to go ahead and make my way on top of the actual build itself. And I actually have some blocks in here which I can use to do that. So what I want to do is go ahead and take out some of these blocks at the top. And let's go ahead and get out our redstone lamps. And I'm going to place down a redstone lamp right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get out daylight sensors. I'm going to place a daylight sensor here. I'm going to set this to night mode, and I'm going to come over to this side and do the exact same thing. And now I'm looking at my timer. This seems like a normal length episode, which I was going for a little bit of a shorter episode than normal, but you know what? It's fine. It's not really too huge of a deal. So let's go ahead and put down our redstone lamps here. And we're going to go ahead and place them in a formation just like this, all the way at the top. If I go ahead and place that there, turn it to night mode. And I have a little bit of redstone dust I can use to go ahead and place down on top of all these. So here's what happens. If it's daylight, it's not going to be turned on. But once it turns nighttime, which I can demonstrate by doing this, all the lamps are going to turn on. They'll signify that is actually nighttime. That's actually the whole point of the redstone lamps being there. So hopefully people at least get the idea of what's going on. Let's go ahead and head inside and actually see what this looks like. And actually, that doesn't look all too bad, all things considered. That actually looks pretty good. So that is literally all there is to this particular video. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this season, and again, I don't know if this actually is going to be the official final episode. We'll have to see how things go within Unison themselves, but anyway, that's actually gonna have to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. One more, make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Series. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.